Simplifying radicals and exponents, day 3, and we are going to work on the definition, what we understand on breaking the square root. So let's look at this sentence here. The opposite of squared x is x squared, and you are going to take a square root of that to get the x by itself. So opposite of a square function is square root. So you cancel the square with the square root and the answer is x. This is the same thing as finding the square root of 9. When you take a square root of 9, then you turn that 9 into 3 square, and square root cancel, and answer is 3. So you're going to go ahead and let's look at this number 60 here. So you're going to make a prime factor of 60. So prime factors are here, and then the prime factor of 60 seems like that 2 times 2 times 3 times 5, and whenever you have a pair, then you take out the number which makes a pair outside of the radical symbol, and that inside will be left with 3 times 5, which is 15. Let's define what this symbol means. So this symbol means this is a radicand or radical symbol, and to solve example A, we are going to factor the number inside of radical symbol, and that is 6 times 10. That is the breakdown of 60, but they are not prime factors. So you're gonna do the prime factors by doing the factors of 6, which is 3 times 2, and factors of 10 would be 2 times 5. And first step what we did is that factor the radicand. Radicand means the number that is inside the radical symbol. So then the next step is circle the pair. So the circle pair would be 2 times 2, and then you're going to remove that number outside, and inside you're left with 3 times 5, which is 15. So our third step was that you take out each pair as one number. Now let's just look at example number B. So it's going to be your prime factor for this one is going to be 4 times 24, and we are not there yet until we find the pair out of it. In this case, we can find the prime factor for 2 times 2, but let's look at if we can find the pair without making it too small. And for 24, we can break it down as 4 times 6. And if you see that we found the pair without breaking it too small. So now we are going to take out a number outside, one number for each pair. So the pair is 1 here, 4 times 4, and we're going to take out one number from that pair, and inside we are left with 6, and that's going to be your final answer. Now let's just look at some more examples related to this topic, and we are going to work on this section right here where we are going to solve these 4 problems. So the first problem is square root of 20. So you're going to break it down, the square root of 20, as 4 times 5, and then you're going to make it even smaller number of 4, so the 2 times 2. Now this makes a pair, so you're going to now take out one number from each pair. So this is one pair, you take out 2, and then the inside would be 5, and that's your final answer. And you solve the radical or radicand for number 2. Let's just do number 2 right here. So this 108, we can break it down in two numbers. So the immediate factor came to my mind is 9 times 12. And then you're going to break down the 9 as 3 times 3, and then 12 as 4 times 3. Now this makes one number, and that we can take it out. Let's see if we can make another pair of similar type. So we are going to now break 4 as 2 times 2, and then the next number would be 3, that extra 3 right here. Now we have two pairs this time. We have a pair that is for 3, and then we have a pair that is 2. So we are going to take out one number from each pair. So this pair will go out as 3, and the other pair, which is 2, will go out as 2. And then inside we will have 3. We will multiply the numbers that are outside, that is 3 times 2, which is going to be 6. And then simplify the inside as whatever the number left over, we will multiply. This time we have only one number left over, so we'll just write square root 3. 6 square root 3 is your answer. So for number 3, the first factor that is coming to my mind is 72 times 10, and this is the easiest factor. And then we're going to break down the 72 as 9 times 8, and 10 as 2 times 5. And then now we are going to break it down these numbers even more. So then 9 would become as 3 times 3. 8 would be broken down into 2 times 2 times 2. And then the rest of it would be 2 times 5. Now we're going to have more than one pair. And then the first pair, that is 3. And then the second pair would be 2. And then another pair we have is again 2. Now we're going to take out each number from each pair. So the first pair is 3. Second pair will come out as 2, and then the third pair is also 2. And then when we have the leftover inside would be 5. Now we are going to multiply all the number outside together, and we are going to get 3 times 2, which is 6 times 2, 12. So the 12 times 5. That's your answer. Now let's look at number 4 here. For number 4, that the easiest pair I have is 10 times 10. Now we can make it smaller than this, but we already made a pair by breaking it once. Now we take out the 10, one number from each pair outside, and there is nothing left inside the radical symbol, so that would be just 10. And these type of square roots called perfect square, when you do not have any leftover inside the radical symbol. And that's all for this problem. So square root of 100 is 10, and that's perfect square.